Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Swaybe, and today we are starting with day 1 of our 5 days of top 5. Today is specifically about quests, and it is the only one that has anything to do with quests. All of the other days are with what's to come, but today we love to break the game, we love to meme, we love to do ridiculous things in Battlegrounds, so we had to honor that by doing the top 5 things that you may not have known you could do, that you should try before quests leave. That's a really long title. It's a working title, but let's get into it. Before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know that every single one of these top 5 does refer back to a YouTube video, and they will be linked in this video, so you can check it out for yourself to figure out exactly how to optimize these situations if you're presented with them. Oh, and also there's an honorable mention at the end because I still haven't gotten it to work yet. But when I do, it's going to be great. Also, if any of you get it to work before I do, I would love to see it because this is like my dream comp and I've been working on it since Quest came out. Haven't made it happen yet. I'm rambling. Let's go. Bringing it in with our first interesting quest and hero interaction is Phelan with Red Hand. Now, we all know how it's not usually that hard to accomplish Red Hand. It is not necessarily anyone's favorite quest. It does feel a little bit slow compared to others, giving a minion in your hand +12/+12. However, Phelan is a hero that takes minions to hand that you can't actually get any use out of until you hit certain tavern tiers. So, if you proc Red Hand on turn 6, turn 5, pretty early, you are getting that additional scaling to those units that you can't touch yet. So you have those just consistently growing and accruing stats. And in my case, I got a massive Orgazoa, which was fantastic because usually it's a 3/7 liability in the middle of a Naga board, but it does feel good because it is a spellcraft. But thankfully, it wasn't a 3/7 liability. It definitely fit in very, very well with the rest of its Naga friends. I highly recommend, if you have an opportunity to try Phelan Red Hand, you should definitely do so and check out the video as well. Moving on, we have Heist Baron Togwaggle with Ghastly Mask. Now, this one was really interesting to me. I wasn't actually expecting this one. Ghastly Mask on its own is very strong. You know, you get those Quillbore end games. There are so many different end of turn effects where you just absolutely snowball out of control. Togwaggle's hero power does not actually use end of turn like the verbiage in the hero power, so I wasn't expecting it to do anything with Ghastly Mask. However, in playing a game, we all discovered that it actually does. So if you end up getting a Ghastly Mask while you're playing Heist Baron Togwaggle, that hero power will discount 2 instead of 1 at the end of your turns. Though it's not the most insane combo, it can definitely be useful and add a lot of economy and utility to your game. I'd definitely check it out. The next one is my absolute favorite one ever. This is Shudderwalk with Wisdom Ball. Now, when you hear those two together, I'm sure you're already thinking what I'm thinking. Shudderwalk with Naga and Pirate is already fantastic, right? On tier 1, you have your Shell Collector and you have your Swabby. You discount your Tavern tiers and you get gold to your hand. Who could ask for more, right? So you start scaling. You start getting some gold. You start discounting your Tavern tier. Eventually, you triple that Shell Collector. You triple the Swabby. So you get the double effect on your Shutterlings as well. You finish your quest to get Wisdom Ball done. You go ahead and play your Shutterlings. You roll, and what happens? You get a mirror roll, which means you can triple your Shutterling and have another one. Now, this is even better in Naga lobby, because not only because of Shell Collector, but also on tier 6, we have Tide Mistress Athissa. So even if you have Quillbore and you're playing gems, you still have the opportunity, because these are spells, to just get absolutely insane scaling with Athissa, and you just make the most ridiculous board. And then Wisdom Ball, whenever it gives you a mirror board, what else does it give you? Along with those Shutterlings is more Athissa. So your board gets big really quick, absolutely nutty. If you have all of these conditionals, obviously it is a whole lot of conditionals. You are, well, I guess not so much. You're just looking for Naga and Pirate in a game with Shutter where you get Wisdom Ball offered. Okay, it's a couple conditionals, but if you get this offered to you Do not pass it up. It is so much fun. You can literally see the joy on my face as I play this game in the YouTube video. I wish this for everyone in the world that enjoys Battlegrounds, a game like this. Check it out. Now, our next two are just kind of interesting ways to play heroes. So they're not necessarily insane synergies, but I do think that they're very valuable in quest meta, so I'll tell you why. For number 4, we have AFK, and this is just a specific way to play AFK. So we all know that AFK spikes on turn 3, right? Well, what if instead you cycled a token or you did something to use 3 of that 5 gold and then sell something back and then push the button to level, but not use your discovers. Then on turn 4, you pick your quest, and then those 2 discovers could potentially help you finish your quest on that turn, depending on what's in the shop, depending on what quests you have. But more often than not, actually every single time I've played AFK in quest meta, I have skipped turn 3 discovers, and I can say more often than not, it does indeed help quest progression. And, whether it be increasing minion stats, and if you think about it in the long run, generally, very, very, very rarely does anyone actually do damage to AFK on turn 3 because of that spike. However, everyone else's level is not strong enough to really damage AFK. So if you take that damage up front, you may be able to set yourself up for later game by progressing that quest a little bit more with those discovers. And rounding us out at number 5, we have Galakrond. So specific to the game it featured, I decided, I've been on this 4-on-4 kick. I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. I only have a week left of it, but it's been beautiful. I really love 4-on-4. I love power leveling. I love greed leveling. But I've been on this 4-on-4 kick, or if I can do a 3-on-3, I'll do a 3-on-3. Obviously, depends on the minion types and depends on my hero, depends on the lobby. But when I can do it, I will do it. And we've been playing Galakrond a little bit differently. We all know the Galakrond way of play, where you are on tier 1, you hero power a minion, you keep hero powering that same minion to spike theoretically with the 4, 5, or 6 before anyone else. That being said, that 4, 5, or 6 is surrounded by tier 1s, and then you spend a lot of time and a lot of gold leveling and catching up to whatever tavern tier everyone else in your lobby is on, and also finding minions to support that one spike minion. So instead of doing that, there are the quests that progress with gold, right? Of course. But there are many more that progress with buying, summoning, things like that, that you don't necessarily get to do on those 4, 5, 6 turns because you are spending time catching up, leveling. So instead of doing that, what if you play a standard or a greed curve? In this specific game, I went 3-on-3 with hopes to go 4-on-4, had the token to do so. But the quest was too good for me to do that. So instead, I decided to just start hitting those 3 drops for 4 drops. And that, honestly, you're already at a pretty high level of minion. And just being able to bump those minions up just a little bit and build a pretty solid board from there does feel very good. I will say on my turn 4 in this game, I flubbed and I should have done reverse. I used a faceless after I already used my hero power, which means I discovered, and then I used a faceless and can't discover from a faceless. So should have done it the other way around. But I definitely recommend trying to play Galakrond with a different curve. I think that it's really beneficial with quests. This is how I've been playing Galakrond for the past month or so. And, it may not work for you. It may work for you, but might as well give it a try. I know this is technically not a top 5 because of this honorable mention, but it's just an honorable mention. It's not number 6. It's just an honorable mention because I've yet to get first place with it. But this is my dream comp. I've been trying to make this work since I saw that it was a possibility when quests came out. Just haven't had the correct conditionals to do so. So if you've done this, or if you're able to do this week, let me live vicariously through you, and please share your board with me. But basically, you do need a ghastly mask. I did attempt it with a victim specter. We'll attach a clip at the end here. But basically, what you need is Elise to give you 3 golden monkeys. And then you need a walking fort to buff those monkeys. And then gold grubbers, 3 gold grubbers to get that consistent scaling. And that just scales out of control. It's like an AFK golden board. You just get golden gold grubbers, Monkeys, walking fort, scaling. I want to do it so bad. It has to be a Murloc-less lobby because you can't have poison happen. And then eventually you'll need selfless. Shields are kind of a liability. So overall, there's a lot of weaknesses to this board. However, it sounds really fun to watch. So if you do it, if you try it, let me know. That being said, it is the end of our first day of top fives. We have a lot more to come this week. I'm very excited for it. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. If you found any other crazy interactions or conditionals, please let me know in the comments. I love memeing. If there are some things I haven't thought of, I want to try them before quests leave. So please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks again for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.